Hello everyone, welcome to another This Week in Comics. We are looking at stuff that's going to be released on the 20th of June 2018. It's quite a big week, so there's lots to cover, so let's get right in it. Okay, so it's a really good week this week. There's loads in. I could quite easily do 10 slots, no pun intended, because I'm not going to talk about the last issue of Dan Slott's Amazing Spider-Man, because there's a lot of slots we could fill. I'm not going to talk about the last issue of Spider-Gwen, which I've really enjoyed. I'm not going to talk about the weekly Man of Steel, which has been really good and continues to outsell any Superman book we've ever had in store. I'm not going to talk about the Batman or the Batman variants, but I will talk about it in about 2 weeks when we get issue 50, because that is going to have to be talked about. I'm not going to even talk about Avengers, which has just been fantastic for us, and no matter how many we order, we still sell out. Issue 1's on second print, issue 2's on second print. I'm not talking about those. Instead, my first slot is going to be for Tony Stark, Iron Man issue 1, written by Dan Slott. So, a lot of Marvel books have rebooted in the last couple of months. Thor's been a great seller for us. Avengers, as I already said, has been great. This week, the big issue 1 is Iron Man, and it's going to be a huge seller for us. How do I know? Because we've already doubled pre-order sales on what we normally sell, and Iron Man wasn't a poor seller for us when Bendis was on it. We've already doubled sales of that. We had a few more orders come through today, and we sold out. We don't have any for the shelf. We will have more in next week. I'm very confident about that. It looks great because, for me, I'm excited because when Dan Slott was doing the Spider-Man Worldwide, he was sort of doing his pilot run for Tony Stark. So, yeah, Dan Slott's been great the last 10 years on Spidey. I'm happy to see him on a new character. I'm happy to see him going on to Fantastic Four in August. What more can I say? Iron Man. My next pick is, somewhat dubiously, XMen Comics, Michael Turner's Fathom issue 1. It's not that I particularly believe in or push this book. I do like the fact that they are still doing stuff with some Michael Turner properties since his sad passing in 2007. I also like Ron Marks, who's writing this one. So, you know, if you're into the XMen Comics, Fathom, that kind of faux top cow style, I'm sure you're going to be in for this book. But we're mentioning it this week because we are giving away the Michael Turner Fathom primer. As a Transformers fan, you'd think I'd be able to say that more easily. So, how do you get this copy for free? Well, just come into store and say, oh, we need a funny catchphrase. What's the funny catchphrase going to be?
I thought you already had it.
Say, I still love Michael Turner, and we will give you a copy of this free. If you don't say that, you have to buy it, but it's 25p, so you could just buy it. So if you've ever been interested in getting into Fathom, this is the time for you to have a look at this low-risk, fun catch-up book. See if it's for you. If it's not, plenty of other stuff that might be. Okay, so I am going to talk about Justice League issue 2. Yeah, it's selling better than I thought it would off the back of the Scott Snyder Metal series, which was really good for us. No Justice didn't do so good, but it still did solid. Justice League has done fantastic, in a huge part largely due to the Jim Lee variants. Actually, more of our customers are subscribing to the Jim Lee variant than the regular comic. But most importantly, it's been a good read. And that's what we look for here. We're all readers as well as collectors. If you're not reading them, yeah, what's the point? Justice League issue 2, just as good as the first one. Come in and pick it up. The little IDW book that could is Turtles Urban Legends. So issue 1 is sold out from Diamond now. We're not going to be getting any more of that in. We do still have a few left in store. This has been amazing for us. We ordered 4 times what we normally order for Turtles. It's a reprint book from the mid-90s that literally no one cares about. And yeah, we've sold out everything and we've had to reorder. So, and we've got loads of sub-customers on this as well. So thank you guys. I'm not really pushing this one. I'm just kind of telling you it's here. But mostly I'm saying thank you because it is largely due to the watchers of this video that Turtles has been backed by you guys. So well done. We will get to issue 30. We will get an ending. And it's thanks to readers like you supporting the odd books. Thank you. It does make a difference. X-Men Gold, issue 30. It's the wedding, the X-wedding of the decade. I've already ripped this open. I know what's under the blind bag. I know what the spoiler is. I'm not going to say it here. This is going to catch a hell of a lot of people off guard, so I'm going to go and reorder a few more second I finish doing this video because a lot of people are going to miss this. Once you read this, you have an idea what X-Men Classified is going to be because it tells you at the back hey, X-Men Classified is going to be this. I'm not going to spoil it. If you're an X-Men person, particularly if you're a fan of the kind of 90s X-Men characters, I'm trying not to give any spoilers away, then you're probably going to be quite into this. So if you read kind of during the early Jim Lee days, the X-Men, like when the team was split into Uncanny and X-Men, if you read during the Joe Madeira art days, yeah, you're probably going to want to check this out, even if you're not a fan of Kitty Pryde or Colossus. This is going to catch a lot of people off guard. Get on it. Oh, and there's J. Scott Campbell variants. Underneath here, art's by J. Scott Campbell. It's pretty wicked. That's it. My graphic novel pick for this week is from DC, and it's Dark Knight Metal, Dark Knight's Rising. So this is, or some people call it the Nightmare Batman, but this is all the Batmans from the Metals, where Bruce Wayne from alternate dimensions goes around, kills the other heroes, takes their places. So Red Flash, Batman Who Laughs, The Drowning, all that stuff. I am cheating by looking over there and seeing what's on the wall. I don't really need to sell this. Road of Metals sold really well for us. In 2 weeks, the 10 copies of Metals we had have gone out and I've had to reorder it. I know this is going to sell because most of you ordered it. Those who didn't order it and you've been waiting for it to come in, it's just a public service announcement, really. It's. I'm not trying to shill it. It's in. It'll sell itself. My other graphic novel pick this week, because I don't just want to do Metals every single time it's in, is The Street Angel Gang. Now, this is a beautiful book. It's drawn by a chap called Rug, who I've tried to communicate with on Twitter, and he's ignored me when I asked what's the best jumping on point, so thanks for ignoring me on Twitter. Appreciate that. It's beautiful, it's madcap, it's zany art, it's kind of like a kid's version of Tank Girl, is kind of how my head sees it, my crazy head sees it. It does say on the back, for girls and women, that's bullshit, it's for everyone. I don't care who you are, if you like comics, you can read this comic and enjoy it. Just in the same way that if there was a comic in here and it said for boys and men, I'd be like, what does that even mean? No, so ignore that completely. It's just a good comic with beautiful art. It's a stunning series. It's going to be off a lot of people's radar. It's fight comic with a female protagonist. So if you have someone in your life who is a bit of a tomboy or likes female protagonists of any kind, this could be the one for you. So Street Angel Gang. Okay, so that's it for this week. Call in store. We've got lots of new toys, lots of new graphic novels, lots of pops, all sorts of interesting, weird, wonderful stuff. You still get 20% off your comics discount if you pre-order, so consider pre-ordering. Don't put that on my nose. Yeah, pop in, see what we got. We've got loads of stuff. Thank you for watching as always. Comment, like, and subscribe. I'm out of here because this microphone's going to go up my nose.